Hi everybody, Cheaply Chic, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm super excited to get started in the new Rooted in Hope collection. I am so excited to finally get started in a new collection. It feels like it's been forever, right? I wasn't able to complete a collection for the month of May because of the quarantine and shopping issues and everything. So I was so excited to get June done, but really it feels like it's been months. It feels like it has been multiple months, even though I know that it really hasn't been. So this collection sold out really quickly. And again, you guys, thank you so much to everyone who did purchase this collection. I appreciate all of you so much. Those of you who were unable to get your hands on one, I do apologize. I'm trying to come up with a solution to make it a little easier, especially for those of you who have purchased it for quite some time. I feel really bad for longtime customers who haven't been able to get one. There are multiples. You're not the only one. I've gotten a lot of messages and I'm really sorry. I'm trying to work out a solution. Hopefully within the next few months I can figure that out. I'm not very tech savvy, so I need my husband's assistance, and yeah, but I'm gonna see what I can do about that. But I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. I do love making these collections, so we're gonna keep going with this. Quick mention, I do have a couple available in the shop right now as this video posts. So if you're interested, you can go over there and check that out. If they're gone, they're gone. A lot of times I get messages asking about that, but I only have 2 leftovers. Okay, so today I am just going to sort out the items in my kit and also just kind of share with you some of the things that I've thrown in my drawer. I've mentioned before that I have this plastic drawer, and whenever I have things that I think I want to use in my collection, I stick them in there. So it's really been a while since I've even seen what's in that drawer, really. And I decided, just for my own pleasure, I'm going to use this little cupcake tin that I spray painted to put my little bits and goodies in. I'm also going to sort my papers out in these, it is in an A4 little pouch, little document folder. I picked these up on Amazon because I found that it was the best price for me. You can get a 2-pack at Dollar Tree for $1 when you can find them and when you're lucky enough to get them in clear. But I did get a rather large bag for a great price on Amazon, so I will leave a link to that in the description box down below for anyone who might be interested. But I think I'm just going to try to sort out my things in here just to keep it all together. I've been doing that recently with some of my projects. If I just have a little project case, it seems to be helpful for me. So that's what I'm going to do today. So like usual, we have our paper clips, right? Little gold paper clips, a little bag. I'm just going to sit that up there. And you guys, I'm really sorry. I'm so beat up right now. We've been doing so much yard work and oh my goodness, I'm so sore. You know, like when you work outside for extended periods of time and you're just not used to that grip, constantly holding that grip. That's where I'm at today. My grip is dead. Here is the little beaded bookmark, and I'm just going to sit that in there for now. Most of these are tags, so I'm going to open this little bag first. I love this little bamboo plant stake. I feel like I need my little, you know what I'm going to use right here in front of me. I shared these in a recent thrift store haul, an old VHS container that I picked up. I'm going to use this to put my little bags and tags in. I am going to put my punches in this little tray though. Pretty pink little claim check. Yeah, I'm really excited to play in this collection. I'm not really certain what I'm doing yet, but I'm excited. We had a lot of these little cut-aparts that I just thought were so sweet, so I wanted to include them. Little tag. I'm just sticking them all in here because I kind of use all of these things at the same time, you know. The only thing that I would use at a different time are these bags. So maybe I'll keep the bags separate And then this is the sweet little what's it called? Post-it note vintage postcard that I got. Look at that. Sweet girl at her writing desk. Pink guest check. And then we just got a bunch of tags, right? I'm going to keep these little seed packets with the bags. Glassine envelope, love those. Library card and pocket. This is an old envelope, an old vintage envelope. I love that brown color. And then just have our tags. That sweet little Anya stamp. I love that. And then these tags are not going to fit in my VHS tape holder thing. I'll put those with the bags. Actually, I'll put these in one of those big pockets that I end up using. Napkins. You guys know I've been loving the decoupage lately, and look at all these sweet little images here. We can take all those little flower bits and ladybugs and the flowers, and I just think that'll be really pretty. I also love this napkin. I mean, there are so many little pots of flowers on there. I think that is going to be so much fun. I'm so excited about that. And then there's, you know, our vintage book pages and our gardening book pages, our scrapbook paper, little paper doily, a paper bag. And again, I will leave a link to a video down below where I already created a little journaling booklet out of that. It's a little CD case, a fun green envelope. This is a little sale tag, but what I love about it is a clear sticker. So we could do a lot with this. We could make our own stickers basically, which I think is fun. Another book page and another book page. So all of these, I'm actually going to just keep together, and I'm going to put it in this little pocket. And I really like that. In fact, right now, I think I'm just going to stick my journal in here too, because it's blank and it's not real puffy right now. And I love that. I've really been using these quite a bit to hold my projects that I'm still working on. These are little tiny pieces that I cut off when I was making the covers. They're just the tiniest little pieces, and I couldn't throw those away. So I'm just going to put those in there and we'll see what happens. I think I'm going to stick my fibers in there with my tags and little bits. I love these VHS tape holders. I mentioned in my haul video, I picked up the 8 that didn't have one of those circles that most VHS tape holders have to hold your cassette in there. They had a bunch of them, but I thought 99 cents was a fair price, especially since I got home and looked them up on eBay and they were a lot more than that. So the paper collection that I used for the cover is this Flower Market, and it is from Cartabella. So I picked up the full collection because I just love the colors. I love Cartabella paper. I think it's always beautiful. I love the gingham print here and the florals. And I have the leftover cut-aparts that I used. I have a sticker sheet in there. So that I'll just keep in the drawer, I think. I forgot about the wallpaper that came in the collection. I'm going to stick it in this bag just to try to get it to flatten down a little bit. I don't know if it'll work, but otherwise it's just rolled around and bouncing in my drawer here. Another thing that I put in here, and not too much more. There really isn't too much more that I have pulled out of my stash. I figure flowers in general and these colors, I just do so much with it that I could really reach for anything. So, but one of the things I did pull out were some of the greeting cards that I picked up at the thrift store recently. These little gingham recipe card dividers were in with those cards, and I don't have enough of them to save for an extra ephemera pack or anything down the road. So I put them in here. And you guys, I'm sorry for the background noise. My daughter's cleaning the bathroom right next to my room. So if that banging and clanging. If you can hear that, that's what that is. But I thought these might be great little dividers or, you know, journaling cards or something. So I put those in here. And then some of the greeting cards that I've picked up recently. I love altering those and using those for journaling cards. Again, the collection is called Rooted in Hope. So I thought, you know, maybe I'll use one of these cards, Hope Grows Strong in the Heart That Believes. And then I just pulled out some of the cards that I really liked that were really gardening themes. I love the terracotta pots here. I love the fact there's a little bird right there. And look at him getting that roll of twine. I just love that. And I love this one so much. I love the little kitten here at the gate, the sweet little bluebirds, and the roses. So pretty. I love that card. So yeah, I have that one. And then this one's a little older, but I love those roses and flowers. These I thought were beautiful. I love art like that. Love those. And again, just more flower and gardening cards. This one I really liked because of the flower pots. So I just pulled out a handful of those. I'm sure I'll use one or two of them. And then I picked up some more of the Cartabella stickers from this line. This one is called Chipboard Accents, and this one is Chipboard Phrases. I just think they're so pretty. Again, I love the flower pots, the terracotta pots. And I also picked up some little ephemera, and I'm sure that I will want to make some clusters out of that. It's been so long. It's been so long since I've played in a journal like this. And then I have the two little journal booklets that I made in that previous video. So we'll see what happens with that. But otherwise, that is everything that I've gotten out. Not much, but there's a lot in the collection already. So yeah, I'm really excited. All right, well, that didn't take long at all. We're only at 16 minutes, so I feel like I definitely just need to get started. I need to do something in this pretty little book. I love it. I love the way that those crochet doilies feel on top of the journals. It's so thin right now, you guys. It's time to chunk it up. Okay, I think one of the first things I want to play with is this little brown envelope. And what I love about this is it's a great size to fit inside the book. And now I just have to decide how I want it to be. It does match that page really nicely. I think I'm definitely going to use this with this paper because it matches so beautifully, but I think I want a collage on it. So I pulled out my vintage sheets, my little vintage book pages. And like I always say, I'm going to try not to overthink this, but I do want to be careful not to get certain words that I know I've ended up with on my dictionary page here. But I do like this helpmate word here, helping. So I think I'm going to start with this. Now save that. I'll save those pieces for later. I know that I definitely want to try out this napkin. I've been so excited to play with that napkin. I want to keep it pretty neutral. I don't want to add a lot of color to this yet, I don't think, so far, anyway. I'm just grabbing this Gathered Twigs ink pad. I just want something brown. So yes, I hope all of you are doing well. It's been a long time since I've had a little bit of a chatty video. We've been really busy around here lately. The weather has finally warmed up and we have a lot of projects to get done outside. It always happens We have a really large backyard and a really large swimming pool, and we've just had some projects that we've had to get done, so it's been a little time consuming, but it's all worth it in the end. I just wish our summers weren't so short, because all that work, it just feels like we should get to enjoy it a little bit longer than we do. I don't really know what direction I'm going to go with this journal yet. I think it's just going to be fun and summery and flowery. Is that a word, flowery? No. I want some paper back here, but I want it to be neutral. I was going to hoard this book page at first, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and use it. Piece of it. I'm just going to rip this little bottom part off here. And I want it to go this way. It's so crazy to me that it is already the middle of June. Where does the time go? Well, I was sick. Between getting the collection out and starting to feel better, it's just been kind of crazy. I guess I should read this quote. That's fine. I just like to know what my things say. Some people, it doesn't bother them, but I just, yeah, I like to make sure everything is acceptable on my little papers here. I like that. I think that's good enough to glue down. I'm just going to use this old cutting mat, something I got at the Dollar Tree to protect my table. And like usual, I'm using Fabri-Tac. It's my favorite glue. I say it a lot, but I have a lot of new folks here on my channel. So Fabri-Tac is acetone based instead of water based, so it won't wrinkle your paper, which to me is pretty important, especially when you're using these old book pages. I don't want it to wrinkle up and have that warped look, and I really like that about Fabri-Tac. It doesn't do that. It's also acid free for those who are concerned with that. I just want to glue this in place. You do have to watch your nail polish though. Okay. So since this is a flower journal, I'm so behind. First of all, I live in Indiana, so I'm up in the north, and a lot of you get to plant your flowers a lot sooner than I do. But I was a little behind because of just being busy with work and getting the collection done. Also other bigger projects that we've had going on outside. I finally got to plant some flowers this last weekend. And it makes me happy that they're easier to come by. I remember years ago, if you waited that long, you know, if you were a month into planting season, there just weren't any left. So I definitely enjoy the fact that they restock a little bit, even though the selection isn't quite as amazing as it was, you know, a month ago or whatever, but that's okay. So yes, I'm definitely into the whole flower thing right now. All right, can we do some quick decoupaging on here? Look at how many little flower pots come on this napkin. I just love it. And I just want to make sure, yes, there is another layer on there. I thought there probably was, even though the ink is so brilliant. There. Interesting. You have to be careful peeling that layer off. Okay, goodness, they definitely did not intend for you to pull that middle ply out. I used some washi tape. I don't think you can get it without washi tape, but I did make a couple little tears in my napkin, so you want to be careful of that. You can definitely tell this was a pricey napkin, which it was, so it's a high quality napkin. Okay, so I just need to decide what little flower pot I want here. I think I'm going to take this little pink flower out, and I'm just going to use my water brush. Now I have learned since my previous videos using collage medium, which is what I'm going to use today because it's my favorite. You can use anything. You can use some watered down glue. Look at that, this water brush. Ugh. Well, I'm not going to use that one. You can use watered down glue or Mod Podge, whatever you have. That would be a good collage medium. I can't find my other water brush. All right. I just hit it with the dryer because I don't want it to be that wet. Because, as I was saying, the collage medium actually wants you to use a dry brush. I didn't know that. So in all the other tag videos I made, I think I was getting my brush wet because I kept washing it out. And I watched a Tim Holtz demo video, and he was talking about that's why it would wrinkle your collaged image. And I didn't know that. So I'm pretty excited to actually try it today. I'm just going to take this edge off maybe. Maybe I want the edge. Let's see. I think I like the edge because it's on the edge of that napkin or the edge of that envelope. I think I'm going to do that. All right. So like I said, you can use any collage medium that you have. I haven't used this in a little while, so it's kind of goopy on top. But I'm just going to decoupage it down, which means we just add our collage medium to our paper, whatever we're doing. And then we add our napkin. I love this. I think it is so much fun to decoupage. I like to go over the top. Some people just use a glue stick to do this. That's fine too. They don't really like to add anything over the top. I love this collage medium though. It's feels super bougie in the craft world. And it doesn't get sticky up here in my humid room. So my room can get pretty humid in the summer. And I did notice since moving upstairs that my Mod Podge can get sticky. I'm just going to wrap this up in my baby wipe to keep it from drying out. And I'm just going to hit this with the heat gun. I also like how quickly that collage medium dries. It's super nice. Okay, so this is what we have so far. And I think I'm just going to keep this loose and I can clip it onto my page. And I'll probably stamp in this later. I just need to decide what stamp set I want to use. All right, so I'm just going to put my book pages back in there. Now here, if I wanted to, I could rip off some of this wallpaper and collage with that. That color matches that napkin really well, but I want to save that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. Okay, so I'm going to take one of the little cut aparts that came in the collection and add this to the front. I want to keep this envelope pretty flat. Since I'm just getting started, I shouldn't bulk it up immediately, probably. Let's see. I don't want to cover up that help mate. I'd rather cover up helter skelter. I like Hemingway being down there too. That's cool. Maybe I'll just use a piece of fiber from the kit. I do love that green eyelash trim. That we're poking out of there a little bit. Feels like a lot. Here we go. Okay, just gonna glue this in place. And I want to make sure that I have enough glue to get my eyelash trim down too. There, I like that. And one of the fun things about this to me is I could come back in here when I'm journaling, or I know something a little more specific I want to write about, and I could add any of these tags out of the collection. I could make a little ticket collage. I'm really fishing after this black label. I love these. I could put one of these labels down. I'm not too thrilled about covering up that flower pot, but I could trim it or wrap it around. And then I could use my white gel pen from the Wings collection. It's a Signo Uniball gel pen. Love this pen. It came in a collection a little while back, and that would be great on that label too. But for now, I'm gonna leave it plain until I have a little bit better of an idea what I'm doing with that. I decided to pull some stamps out of my collection, and you guys, some of these are old. I use stamps until they just won't work anymore. And I've had some of these quite some time. I know they're not made anymore, but I just wanted something floral, so I grabbed these flowers. I think they're fun. I also really like these vines with the leaves. I always use these, you guys know. These are a fun flourish stamp. This set is still available. I picked mine up at Michael's. I just like those natural plants. I pulled out some Bow Bunny stamps. These are all stamps that I've picked up at Tuesday morning. I like the little mason jars. That could be a lot of fun. This one I shared in a recent haul. Just has some seed label print, and I love this stamp. I use this. I've had this one for quite some time, but I love layering these circles and using that on my pages. I also recently picked up this stamp, which I think might be a fun background. And then this Tim Holtz stamp set, which has a lot of fun little labels on it. All right, so I'm just going to try to do a little bit of layering here, just for a little bit of a background on my page. I think I'm going to use antique linen because I don't want this flourish stamp to show up that well. I want it to be in the background. Hopefully this works out. Story of my life. And I just want to stamp this on here. The fun thing about a junk journal is you really can't mess it up. If it messes up, oh well, it's fine. Look, I love that antique linen color. That's so pretty. And then I want to use this flower label here from this Bow Bunny set. And I don't think I want to add a full impression. I'm going to just use the ink that I have open here, this Gathered Twigs. And I'm going to use it without a stamp pad so I can just get part of the label. Just press it down. I like that. And then I think I'm going to use the other side and do the same thing here. And then it's just in the background. Maybe I should have, grabbed a lighter color, but I think it's pretty. It brings some of that brown over onto this page, and this was a super light tea stained paper. So, and then I can layer this over the top, and I think that is fun. So I'm just going to clip it onto the side of my book page for now. We can do some more with that later, maybe. I feel like I got started, and that makes me really happy. All right, you guys, so that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit that like button. Be sure to check out the design team. I forgot to mention that recently. There is a design team that will be working in this collection, and I can't wait to see what they do with it. Those links will be in the description box down below, so please go check them out and support them, especially if you have this collection. The inspiration is wonderful, and I love seeing what other people do. It's so much fun to have the same collection and work along with people and see what they do and the ideas that they come up with. So be sure to go check them out. Otherwise, you guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.